Hi everybody, Levi Clay here, owner of guidedpracticeroutines.com, where we practice together to progress faster. Today we are on day number 8 of our 30 days of better guitar practice. I hope you've enjoyed the first week. I am sitting down now to film an entire new week's worth of routines for you. I'm sure you'll be having fun with them. Let me know in that comment section below. And of course, if you are having a good time, please consider checking out guidedpracticeroutines.com. We're celebrating our 1 year anniversary, and part of that is we're offering a completely free 30-day trial. So link in the description. I'm sure you will enjoy it. In today's lesson, we are going to be looking at what I would call changing gears. Now, what I mean by that is a picking technique to help us practice subdivision of the beat. When you are driving a car, if you're used to handling a manual transmission gearbox, you'll know the feeling of when you're in, say, first gear and you slam the car into second gear. You feel like you're picking up power. You feel like that's what you do as you want to have some torque for acceleration. And I think that using that in our practice for our technique is a wonderful way of helping us learn to understand, hear, and be able to subdivide the beat. Now, what do I mean by subdivide the beat? Well, as music happens, there is a pulse that's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that pulse can be divided by any amount of numbers. If our beat is 1, 2, 3, 4, we could split all of those into 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or 3, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or 4 is 1E and 2E and 3E and 4, so on and so forth. Today we're going to be practicing those rhythms, the 8th notes, the triplets, and the 16th notes, and we're going to be applying them to scales, but to make it more challenging, we're going to be changing rhythms whilst we're playing, so we're not going to separate them by exercise. So let's jump on over to the guitar, and I will walk you through each of these exercises. So our first exercise is just going to combine 8th notes and triplets, getting a feel for those two things. And before applying this to a scale, we should consider applying it just to a muted note. If I have a pulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's my downbeat, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, I could subdivide that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and my triplet feel, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... So we're just keeping that alternate picking motion. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Now, as you can see, I'm keeping that picking motion consistent through that, or it's moving down, up, down, up. When I shift from the 8th notes to the triplets, 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3, that's me shifting gears. My picking hand is then moving faster. The motion is the same, but we're moving faster. So what we're going to do in our first exercise is we're going to apply that to a C major scale. Now, you could do this any scale position, any scale, any arpeggio, anything you like. Just do it on a single note if you want to, but I want to give you the challenge of doing this across a scale. So if I'm up at the 8th fret and our C major scale, just a traditional caged fingering, we use that position. And the idea will be that we'll play 8th notes for a bar, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4. So our entire exercise, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4. So rhythmically, not too challenging, it's something you'll get a feel for. If I push the tempo, 1 and 2 and 3. It's a nice little exercise to help me practice feeling the difference between those two rhythms. Our second exercise will take the same scale, but now we're going to play triplets moving into 16th notes. So before our triplet, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, our 16th notes, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Now we take the time to get the feel between 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. Same idea when I apply that to a scale. So I'll go 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and you might notice a slight, it's not an inconsistency. When we are in that fourth bar, starting on the note D, I'm only going to play up to my G. That allows me to start the exercise again on my downbeat. And ultimately, I think there's also a degree of synchronization practice happening here, right? I am focusing on synchronizing my left fretting hand and my right picking hand and making sure that when those gear changes happen in my right hand, my left hand is perfectly synchronized as well. So that's our first two exercises. Next exercise, we're going to play a bar of eighth notes, bar of triplets, bar of 16th notes, bar of triplets. So first, practice that as a rhythm on its own. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Then when I apply that to my scale, do that again without the mistake. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and So that's our gear changing idea. Same idea again, but now we're going to make the gap shorter. So instead of doing a whole bar, we're going to do half a bar on each. Again, practice counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4 and a... Again, I'm just applying that to my scale, so nice and slowly. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4 and a... Again, 3, 4. then you guessed it, we're going to jump to a beat on each. So same thing. Sit with just a muted string. Can we go 1 and 2 and a 3E and a 4E and 1 and 2 and a 3E and a 4E and da 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 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 da. Definitely a really tricky rhythm to consistently get, and even harder when we start applying a scale to it. 3 4. But a fun exercise, like a challenging one. It's one where when it feels right, it's going to feel right. And that's the whole point of all of these practice concepts. When you practice these and you get these skills ingrained in you, these aren't the sorts of things that I need to practice and warm up for to be able to demonstrate to you. I'm playing them now. And that's what the practice is really about. Just going through things you know and making sure that everything is in place. This isn't learning for me. It's probably learning for you at this stage. That's fine. You want all of these things to be at a stage where if 6 months from now I said to you, hey, I want you to play the A Superlocrian scale, and I want you to play it around the E shape, and I want you to play it with that rhythm, eighths, triplets, sixteenths. I don't think I've ever done this, but it shouldn't stop me going. I should just be able to do it because I understand the concept enough to just be able to go out and apply it. So what we're going to do now is play through that routine together in its entirety with scrolling tab. If you have enjoyed this lesson, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll be back again tomorrow for another routine for you. And of course, you can get this along with 200 plus hours of video lessons on guidedpracticeroutines.com. Check us out, free trial at the link in the description. I'm sure you'll have an absolute blast. Anyway, here we go. Let's do it.